Hello, this is Ty with Random Things, and today we're going to continue with my accessory review for e-bikes. In this particular case, we're going to talk about the quintessential cup holders. I have two different styles. This one is Accumore. It's more of a clamp style. And then this one is a more of a Velcro style. It's more like an insulated bag. This one was from Mizato. Both of which I got on Amazon. They're about 2 for $10 roughly. So you can pick it up pretty cheap. So what I'll do is I'll show you putting it on the bike. In this case, this is my Jupiter Defiant. See how it looks, and then I'll go over the various types of cups and the pros and cons, and then you can decide what works best for you. Now, if you like this, please hit the like button and subscribe. And if you look down below in the description box, I have all the other series of my e-bike review for you to check out if you're interested. So without any further ado, let's get started. The first one we're going to take a look at is the Mizato. This is the insulated bag style. So as you can see, this is Velcro. And more specifically, if you look at the design of it, it's designed to loop around a crossbar or a handlebar. And then there is a secondary strap that goes around the vertical part that keeps it from going back and forth. In terms of mounting it, as you can see, one of the issues you could come up with is with a cell phone mount already on your handlebars, you have your computer and your gear shifters, there's not a lot of space left. So space on the handlebars is a premium. We can choose to mount it this way, but I also think I may be able to mount it this way. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what that looks like. So as you can see, you could mount it either in the front or in the As you can see, you can either mount it on your side facing you or on the front side of the handlebars facing away from you. In this demonstration, I think we're going to have it in the front, so easier for you to see things, as well as I think this is actually my preferred way as well. And so you can see that the bag is pretty wide, and it's got like a kind of a zip tie to kind of tighten it up. So let's take a look at the various types of cups that you may have. A more traditional bottle. So that's pretty good in there. You know, for those that like to ride and maybe sip on some beverages. Big old straw. Not sure that's safe. This is more my style. Cruising along in the morning, maybe a little bit of coffee in there. So that fits in there okay. Hydro flask, for those that are carrying around with the ice water. So it will actually fit the flask. So that's impressive. Okay. So the other thing that this has is it has these webbed pockets. They're not the biggest, and so let's see what we can put in there. So this is it's a plus. So that doesn't quite. No, yeah, maybe it will. It can fit in there. Tight, but it'll fit in there. This is just a 6S, so that should fit a little better, not as tight as the Plus. So again, that fits in there. And maybe a second thing that you might have in there is something like this, which is a spare battery. So in case you got it on the phone mount and you've been playing with it all day, taking videos as you ride, you may want to have a spare battery to hook up to. So in that particular case, maybe you can insert the battery to hold it and then connect it to your phone to have a secondary charge. So this is the Mizato. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Accumore style. Now let's take a look at the Accumore clamp style. So in this case, it's free floating. It actually slides out. So it can slide in and lock in. I guess you can mount it and then lock it in. I don't think it makes a big difference. So I'm just go ahead and have it in place already. So there's a couple of places you can mount it. One is your traditional handlebar, mounting it there. One neat thing I think is you can mount it on the side here. Let me crank that down real tight. Okay, so we have that mounted on the side. So that's nice that if you have a shortage or space up on the handlebars, this is a definite nice option. So let's take a look at the various types of cups that you may want to put in there. First, your more traditional sports drinking bottle. So that goes in there. That's okay, it fits. Now, you may choose to have a little cup of, I don't know, iced tea or something. You can have, well, I don't know if maybe the cup's too tall. So since it has a non-locking lid, it may present an issue. This is probably something that's more my speed, you know, nice cup of coffee, go on a nice stroll. It locks, so I guess I don't have to worry about it spilling, but it fits in there okay. And then the hydro flask, so that for the afternoon rides, you want some water with you. So, although the hydro flask will fit, I'm afraid if it's full, this is pretty heavy. If you're bouncing around, it might slide out. So that may be a little too much. Same thing here, let me take a look. So that's okay. That's not gonna easily slide out. It can, but it's not gonna easily slide out. Okay, so that's the Accumore. So now I've shown you two different cup holders, the clamp style and the velcro style. Both have their pros and cons like all things. With the clamp style, it's nice if you have a premium space issue with your handlebars, it can be mounted sideways. We did have some issues with putting the hydro flask in here. It was a little too big of a diameter, as well as the cup that doesn't have the locking cup. It does have a 360 rotation that way, so you may get into some issues if you get a little too wild on your ride. But it's easy to use. In this particular case, this mount does not have a side pouch for like your phone or a spare battery. But I have seen this style with a little pouch, so if this is the style that you prefer and you want that little pouch, you can go online on Amazon and there's a ton of these types of cup holders, and there's one that has that. Now, in terms of Mizato, you know, finding space on the handlebar was a premium, but it was extra wide, allowed me to put the hydro flask in there, as well as this particular Velcro piece keeps it from spinning, and so I don't have to worry about it flipping around. So that's nice. The bag is insulated so that you can have it help you keep your beverage cool a little longer. And it does have these little side pouches, and you saw that you could put a spare battery or a smaller phone. You can put a big phone in there, but it'll be very tight. So with that, I hope this video has been helpful to you. And if it has, please hit the like button and subscribe and hit the notification button so that you can get notified of my other random things that I do, including my series on e-bike. I will be getting the electric XP step through. It's finally getting here after 7 weeks. It's being delivered next week, so at least that's the notification I got. So I'll be comparing the electric XP step through against the Jupiter Defiant. So if you're interested in that, please hit the notification button so that you can get notified when that video starts to come out, along with obviously other things. So with that, thanks again, and cheers.